karma used a lot, and when people do, when they get good things and they say, oh, it's good karma on you, and sometimes they say people are unlucky and it's bad karma. So can you tell me something about that, please?
The word karma has been used and very often misused. In fact, everybody, even the Westerners now are saying, suppose the car kind of is involved in an accident. They say, my karma catching up with me. What karma? You were not driving properly. But the word karma is used and it becomes Western part of Western vocabulary. It's karma. It's everybody's karma. So this karma, where did it come from and what's it all about? It's an important question. It's a serious question. I've said this many a times on this television program, but let me just repeat the key feature about this. You see, look, we are intelligent animals, human beings. We got this thing called rationality, and we search, look around, and we see certain regularity in nature. Certain patterns repeat. The sun comes up every morning, goes down. We start to see certain patterns. We observe that things have a habit of following through in a particular manner. This is why we are intelligent. Poor animals can't do it. But even monkeys have learned the trick. When they see a nut, they see a club, they know what to do. They were starting to learn the technique. So we are human beings with this power of rationality which allows us to make sense of the world that we live in. And we observe certain patterns repeating themselves. In order for us to get our minds around the patterns that we see, we think about now, why is it happening? So we say, the earth is going around the sun, or it's spinning, and that's why we get the day and night. And say, how clever. So we get our minds around certain patterns. Whenever we see certain patterns, we try and explain them. That is called the law of cause and effect. We say, because the earth is spinning, that's why the day and night come. So the way we come to terms with reality is to observe patterns and then give an explanation to them. And this is called the law of cause and effect. This is at the heart of everything and anything we do. Things don't just happen haphazardly. Lots of things have to combine together for a particular result to follow. So all of you, if you really work out how you are here now, there will be a million things that kind of work together, acted together, because you had enough, your car was working and your mommy had time to bring you here, and then you had this lovely dosa here, so that was the driving force. So for various reasons, you basically are drawn here. So lots of things have to combine or conspire together for a result to come into existence. This is the law of karma, law of cause and effect on personal terms. It's a very wise, very simple, and you can't deny it because everything is ruled by law of karma. The reason why the sun comes up is law of karma. So everything is controlled by the law of karma. You can't avoid it. All objects and events are controlled by the law of cause and effect. They follow in a particular manner. When certain things combine, certain results follow. And we observe it in the world, and we're just giving expression to this law of cause and effect as law of karma. This is the meaning of the word law of karma. Straightforward. So far you say, good, it makes sense. Now comes trouble. And the Hindus have really got themselves in a mess here. They understood this law of karma. It's a marvelous idea. But then they try and give a very simplistic explanation to it. And they get in a mess. This is how they do it. Let me show you. Suppose you see somebody struggling. Say a poor man in India. And you say, well, he's karma catching up with him. He's starving, let him starve. See what you've done? You've not understood the law of karma properly. In fact, you misunderstood it deliberately so that you don't have to bear responsibility. Ibale bukho mare, ena karma na bhogve, as Vadanbhai says nicely. So, ena karma na bhogve, so why should we bother? He deserves it. Because his law of cause and effect, his chain is catching up with him. He must have been a nasty piece of work. But this shows how foolishly we are interpreting the law of karma. The law of karma says what you set into motion or what you can achieve, you can contribute in that process to a certain extent, but not anymore. Because while I am doing certain things to achieve certain ends, lots of other things conspire, interact with me and get in my way, help me or hinder me sometimes. Like suppose you are trying to be a very clever person and your parents are helping you get high marks, you go to university. Or suppose they are a hindrance, suppose you are living in a council estate but they beat you up every day. So they have contributed to your results. So you can't blame yourself that you didn't do well. Lots of things combine together, conspire together, where you also contributed, but your contribution was actually trivial. Lots of other things had to add together before you had a result. So when you see somebody in difficulty or things are ganging up against him, never blame him. Blame the circumstances. Say lots of things combine together, and that's why this man is suffering. Not because he deserves it. Nobody deserves anything like that. So when you understand the law of karma in maturity, that your contribution is important and we are putting you in charge of your destiny, so watch it. We are making sure that you take care of your own situation. But we also notice that if things go wrong, don't become indifferent to your own suffering, saying, oh, I deserve it. You don't deserve it. You need to come fighting. And don't ever blame anybody else or become indifferent to the suffering of others under the name of law of karma. Your karma says when you see a problem in front of you, address it, resolve it. Try and do something for that person. Don't turn your back on him. That is the maturity of law of karma. So recognizing that we are responsible for our future, but our own responsibility and our own influence is limited. That's the mature way. So you will never ever say, if things go wrong for you, suppose you get this disease or illness, oh, I deserve it. You don't deserve it. Lots of things combine together. Maybe you went somewhere where somebody was sneezing on your face and you had got this horrible swine flu and you caught it. It's not your fault. So be honest and open. Other factors were influencing you. So don't blame the law of karma or become indifferent to your own suffering. You see, this is called fatalism. And we know Hindus suffer from fatalism. They say, yeah, I deserve it. Come and hit me. Here is a slipper. Hit me as well. Nobody told you to do that. In fact, they said, get off and sort yourself out. That's the proper understanding of law of karma. It's a lovely question to explore. I've explored this many a time on this television program. It's nice to re-explore it again. So please try and understand the law of cause and effect in all its complexity, where you have contributed but in a minor way. Then your understanding will be mature. And more importantly, don't forget the second part of the equation. It's not only what you do is then going to catch up with you. What you fail to do, that you see in front of you and you turn your back, that too is going to come and catch up and bite you in no uncertain term. So address the issue. Don't walk away from a problem you see in front of your eyes.